2 centuries of relentless pursuit, 6 lives tragically lost to its depths, millions of dollars poured into its insatiable maw. The legendary case of the Oak Island Money Pit is now formally in session. This is not merely a treasure hunt, it is a profound legal and historical inquiry. We stand at the precipice of revelation, or perhaps eternal mystery. 3 final suspects stand accused before the court of public opinion. You, the discerning viewer, will ultimately serve as the judge. The evidence has been meticulously gathered, painstakingly analyzed, and fiercely debated. From the enigmatic 90-foot stone to the intricate flood tunnels, from the perplexing lead cross to the modern sonar anomalies, every piece tells a fragment of a larger, unsettling story. Prepare to weigh the facts, scrutinize the motives, and render your final, indelible verdict. Our first suspect emerges from the turbulent, lawless waters of the 17th and 18th centuries. Imagine a world where fortunes were plundered on the high seas, where notorious figures like Captain Kidd and Blackbeard carved their names into maritime legend. The theory is deceptively simple. Oak Island served as a communal bank, a secure remote vault for their ill-gotten gains. The motive is undeniably clear: unadulterated greed. Pirates needed a place to stash their vast treasures, a location far from prying eyes and vengeful authorities. Oak Island, with its isolated position and natural defenses, presented an ideal candidate. Rumors of Kidd's buried treasure have persisted for centuries, often pointing directly to this very island. Geographic location certainly supports this claim. Oak Island sits strategically off the coast of Nova Scotia, a prime spot for privateers and pirates operating in the North Atlantic. The sheer volume of pirate activity in the region during that era makes the idea of a hidden cache entirely plausible. However, the engineering involved in the money pit is anything but simple. The complex system of flood tunnels, the precisely placed layers, and the sheer scale of the excavation suggest a level of sophistication far beyond what one might expect from a band of swashbuckling buccaneers. Could these hardened criminals truly possess the advanced knowledge and meticulous planning required for such an elaborate construction? Is this explanation, despite its compelling narrative and historical context, simply too straightforward for such a profoundly complex and enduring mystery? The allure of pirate gold is undeniable, but the execution of this supposed hiding place raises significant questions about its true architects. We must consider if the simplicity of the motive belies the complexity of the crime. Our second suspect transports us back to a far more ancient and secretive world. The Knights Templar, a powerful and enigmatic military order, rose to prominence during the Crusades. They amassed unimaginable wealth and influence, becoming bankers to kings and guardians of sacred relics. But their power was their undoing. In the early 14th century, they were brutally disbanded and hunted by King Philip IV of France, and Pope Clement V legend claims that before their downfall, the Templars managed to spirit away their most precious treasures and sacred artifacts, including possibly the Holy Grail itself. The evidence found on Oak Island offers tantalizing connections to this ancient order. The discovery of a lead cross bearing striking resemblances to Templar iconography is a powerful piece of the puzzle. The presence of ancient wood, dated to periods consistent with Templar activity, further fuels this theory. Perhaps most compelling is the precise engineering of the money pit and its intricate flood tunnels. The Templars were renowned for their architectural prowess and their understanding of hydraulics. They possessed the knowledge, the resources, and the absolute secrecy required to construct such an elaborate and impenetrable vault. Their motive would not merely be wealth, but the preservation of their order's legacy, their sacred knowledge, or even a relic that could reshape human history. This theory suggests a hidden purpose far grander than mere gold. It speaks of a profound secret, protected with an almost religious fervor. But is this compelling narrative truly concrete proof, or is it merely the fervent wishful thinking of those who yearn for a deeper, more profound historical connection? The Templar theory is rich with intrigue, but definitive links remain elusive. Our third suspect shifts our focus to a period of revolutionary upheaval and royal desperation. This theory, while lesser known, presents a compelling and tragic narrative. It posits that the treasure of Oak Island is none other than the lost crown jewels of Marie Antoinette, secreted away during the tumultuous French Revolution. As the monarchy crumbled and the guillotine awaited, loyalists to the French crown would have desperately sought to preserve the symbols and wealth of their doomed queen. The vast fortune in jewels, diamonds, and gold belonging to the French royal family was immense, and its disappearance remains a historical enigma. The theory suggests that French naval connections, perhaps through sympathetic officers or exiled nobility, facilitated the transport of these priceless artifacts across the Atlantic. Oak Island, with its remote location and potential for clandestine operations, could have served as the ultimate royal escape route for these treasures. The money pit, in this context, becomes an impenetrable royal vault, designed to safeguard a queen's last hope. The motive is clear: preservation of a dynasty's legacy and wealth, a desperate attempt to secure a future for the monarchy, or at least its symbols. The engineering of the pit, with its sophisticated defenses, would be entirely consistent with protecting such an invaluable and politically charged cargo. Could the treasure hunters be unknowingly pursuing the glittering legacy of a doomed queen? This theory adds a layer of tragic romance and historical significance to the Oak Island mystery. But is there enough concrete evidence to link the French monarchy directly to this remote Canadian island? Or is it another captivating story woven into the fabric of speculation? Three distinct theories: a pirate's communal bank brimming with plundered gold, a Templar vault safeguarding ancient secrets or sacred relics, a queen's last hope holding the glittering jewels of a fallen monarchy. Each theory presents tantalizing clues, drawing us deeper into the enigma. Yet, each also contains frustrating holes, gaps in the evidence that prevent a definitive conclusion. The time has come to weigh these possibilities, to consider the motives, the means, and the historical context of each. What truly lies at the bottom of that meticulously engineered pit? Imagine the possibilities. A mountain of gold, gleaming in the darkness, a testament to centuries of piracy and plunder. A relic of unimaginable power, perhaps the Holy Grail itself, capable of rewriting human history and challenging our understanding of the past. Or the lost jewels of a doomed queen, sparkling with the tragic beauty of a bygone era, a fortune beyond measure. Any one of these prizes would be the discovery of a lifetime, a monumental find that would forever etch Oak Island into the annals of human endeavor. The allure is undeniable, the promise intoxicating. But what if we have been looking at this all wrong? What if the true secret of Oak Island is not what it protects, but what it contains? What if there is a fourth possibility, one that the searchers, in their relentless pursuit of treasure, have steadfastly refused to consider? What if the pit wasn't designed to protect something of immense value, but rather to contain something of immense danger? What if it is a prison, an ancient tomb engineered with a malicious ingenuity, not to keep people out, but to keep something in? Something that was never meant to see the light of day, something that, once unleashed, could bring about unforeseen consequences. Perhaps the true secret of Oak Island is not what's buried at the bottom. Perhaps the true secret is that we should never, ever find out. The search continues, and the prophecy is still waiting for number 7.